Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at a new coin called Blast, and it is a layer 2 coin and it just launched. I think it launched on 27th, as you can see here. And the best thing is that it is available on Coinbase and on many other exchanges. That includes KuCoin, that is a big one, even Bybit, IO and others. As you can see, I don't think that it's available on Binance as of now, but that is a pretty good listing. And as of now, it just launched. It has over 400 million market cap. It is fairly good, but we'll discuss that at the end, what could if it will get more or not. So first of all, let's look at what is Blast. This is their homepage. As you can see, they do have a pretty good, I think, theme going on around there, around the Blast, so that's pretty good. As you can see here, the first of all, it is backed by Paradigm, Standard Crypto, we have Andrew Kang, we have Santiago and others. So these are the backers slash investors. So first of all, what is Blast? So Blast is basically the only Ethereum layer 2 with a native yield for ETH and stablecoins. So basically, Blast yield comes from ETH staking and RWA protocols. The yield from the decentralized protocols is passed back to the Blast users automatically. The default interest rate on other layer 2s is actually 0%, but on Blast it's around 4% for ETH and 5% for stablecoin. So that is a lot, and that is one of the reasons why Blast has actually seen a pretty massive pump in its TVL. As you can see here, of course it's going down as of now. I think that is because most of the users have received airdrop, so that could be the reason. Okay, so let's look at why a new layer 2. After the merge, Ethereum provides 4% yield on ETH. So as you may know, if you do stake your ETH, you will get around 4%. On-chain T-bill protocol provides 5% yield on stablecoins. If users do not match or beat these rates, they are losing money to form of inflation. So that's true, I think. Layer 2s today do not have this yield. So if you look at if you look at Base, Arbitrum or even Optimism, those do not have this feature. Incorporating ETH and stablecoin yield natively requires a new layer 2 design from the ground up. So Blast is EVM compatible optimistic rollup that raises the baseline yield for users and developers without changing the experience, crypto native, so on. This yield makes it possible to create a new business model for DApps that aren't possible on other layer 2s. So here is how Blast works. Basically, auto rebasing. So ETH itself, not WETH, STETH or any other ERC20 token, is natively rebasing on the layer 2. The ETH balance for EOES is automatically rebasing. I am not sure what this is, but smart contracts can opt in to this rebasing, making it easy to existing DApps to deploy on the Blast without any changes. So USBD, so I think that is USD Blast, Blast native stablecoin. It is automatically rebasing as well. So if you do actually mint Blast native stablecoin, you will, I think, get a TVL, so around 5%. So that's pretty good. Oh sorry, not TVL, I meant yield. So like ETH on Blast, USDB is automatically rebasing for EOS. So USDB is also automatically rebasing for smart contracts, so that's pretty good. And smart contracts can opt out from this rebasing as well. So basically they have for ETH they have a layer 1 staking. So Blast only becomes possible following Ethereum's Shanghai upgrade. ETH yield from layer 1 staking, initially Lido, is automatically transferred to users via rebasing ETH on the layer 2. In the future, Blast community will have the power to supplement or even fully replace Lido Blast native solution or any other third-party protocol. So that is possible with their governance, I think. After that, we have for the stablecoins, the T-bill yield. So we have users who bridge stablecoins receive USDB. Blast auto rebasing stablecoin. The yield for USDB comes from the Maker's DAO on-chain T-bill protocol. Okay, so it is coming from MakerDAO, so that's pretty good, I think. USDB can be redeemed for DAI when bridging back to Ethereum, so that's pretty good. In the future, the Blast community can actually control it, so that's pretty good. and they do have other things, so gas revenue sharing. So that's I think different from other layer 2s. So other layer 2s keep revenue from the gas fees for themselves. Blast gives net gas revenue back to the dApps, so that's pretty good. dApps developer can keep this revenue for themselves or use it to subsidize fees for the user, so that's pretty good. I think this is something that is unique to Blast as well as this one and this one. So I think overall Blast does have some, I think, pretty good solutions they have going on it, so I think that's pretty good. So if you are looking to use Blast, I think that is pretty good for the users as well as developers, so I think that is the most likely reason why Blast has a pretty good demand. So first of all, let's look at the users on the Blast. As you can see, so as of now we have around 800k monthly users on the Blast, so that's pretty good. I think of course it's nowhere near Base or even the Arbitrum. Even the Polygon has more, and I think Optimism has more than that, so still the number is not that big, but still I think it's fairly impressive. So after that we have the layer L2 beat. So this is a pretty good website if you want to check out layer 2 solutions. So as you can see here, Blast is optimistic rollup and it is built on top of OP stack, so that's I think pretty good, and it is universal and it is for the DeFi, so that's pretty good. As you can see here, according to this, the Blast has around 3.29 TVL I think, but if you look at the DeFi Llama, it has around 1.54 and the Base does have the same around 1.56, so it is competing directly against the Base, so that's pretty good I think. And as of now the TVL is going down, and I think the reason is because the users have received the airdrop, so that is the most likely reason why users may be switching to other airdrop coins, so that is a big possibility. And as you can see at the ecosystem is pretty massive, as you can see. So I think it's actually near the same size as the Base, so I think they do have a pretty big ecosystem, and I think that is one of the reasons I think the Blast may have the demand in the future. So beside that, if you look at others, we have, just a second, I'll open this one in the second page. So if we look at the risk, I think let's just see what is the risk. So as you can see here, the Blast is still in the development, so there are some challenges, so that is the big problem, and they don't have fraud proofs as of now, so you have to keep that in mind. So in terms of data availability, let's see what is happening here. So it is optimistic in terms of liveness, so I think this is the uptime. So if you just look here, Blast has seen some downtimes, so that you have to keep in mind. So the first one was on June 5th, we also had some on June 20th. So if you look at Optimism does not have any, Base did have any, whereas Arbitrum of course does not have any. So there are some, I think, uptime issues with the Blast. As for finality, let's see. So it's around, I think, the same with Optimism, around 2 minutes, so you have to keep it in mind. In terms of activity, I think these are the transaction count. So Blast did have, I think, around 25 million transaction count, so the amount is, I think, fairly impressive. If you look at the Base, it has around 24, and this Zai, or I'm not actually sure what, I think it is a layer 3 gaming coin, so it does have a pretty big, I think, transaction count, so that's pretty impressive. And as for the cost, let's see, it should be cheaper, but I'm not sure. So the total number of layer 2 transactions over the selected period, so it has been this one, so I think it's fairly cheaper, so seems pretty good, I think. Anyways, so let's look at some of the Blast stats. As you can see, so these are some of the stats, these are the activity, and there are around 10 projects on average. They do have on-chain cost as well, so look at that milestone. So as of now they are, I think, here, this was their latest update. And as for risk summary, funds can be stolen if there is an issue, funds can be frozen if there is not enough liquidity, so MEV can be extracted if the operator exploits the centralized position. So still the chain is in development, so there are some risks with it, so you have to keep that in mind. So they are still in their state 0, so you have to keep that in mind as well. So now let's look at Blast Tokenomics. So basically the Blast coin has around 100 billion supply, so that is a lot, out of which 50% goes to the community and 25% goes to the contributors and 16% goes to the investors and 8% goes to the foundation. So who are these investors? So these are the investors, as I just said here. So as for the community, I think they have different phases. So the first phase, and they distribute around 17 billion coins, and I think some of them are still in the vesting, but the community did receive that, so that's a lot. So they do have a phase 2 as well, that will actually start that will end on June 2025, so around 12 months, so that's pretty good. I think 50% of the phase 2 rewards are allocated to the Blast point, 50%. And so if you are looking to actually get the airdrop, you can actually start using the ecosystem and you will be in it. So I think that's a pretty good. They have mentioned DApps as well, so I think that's pretty good. So beside that, if you look at the investors, so all the investors tokens are subject to 4-year lock, so that's pretty good. Core contributors token are subject to 4-year lock, so that's pretty good. Blood Foundation token, I think, will be linearly vested over 4 years period, so that's pretty good, I think. And this is their I think the phase 1 airdrop, so they just released. So 7 billion goes to the Blast point users that bridged ETH or USDB. Users that contributed to the success of the DApps earned Blast Gold, so around 7 billion goes to them. The top 0.1 users, around 1000 wallet, will waste part their airdrops linearly over 6 months. So I think they got a lot of Blast tokens, so that is probably the reason their token will be released over 6 months. So that means there is a potential big sell pressure for the first 6 months coming from these users. Still, I don't think the amount will be that much, but you have to keep that in mind. And Blood Foundation will also get the tokens as well. So I do have the token unlocks website open. So as you can see here, the supply as of now is around 17 billion, and we have the Blast community supply going in. So you have to keep that in mind that the community tokens that it shows here do belong to the top 0.1%. so if we do calculate that, we have the daily unlocks of around, I think in the 6 months we will have over 10 billion coins, so that is a lot. I am not sure what is happening here, but still I think there is going to be a pretty good sell pressure. But as for the token utility, the token is going to be used for the governance, and I think the other utility that it will be used for the liquidity pools on the different DApps, so that is its utility. So anyways, let's sum this video up. I think the video has actually, okay, so it did not open. Anyways, so let's just sum it up. So as of now, I think Blast will most probably see a small sell pressure because the DeFi TVL is going down, and I think once the users do realize that it has a phase 2, it will start getting the TVL again. And I think we will most probably see a sell out from the top 0.1 investors, top 0.1 users, around 1000 wallets. So they did get a pretty good amount, and they have a big ecosystem. So overall, I think the coin I think does deserve around 800 or even more market cap. If we look at other layer 2s, we have this one. So if we look at others, I have covered ZK Sync as well, so you can also check that video out if you're interested. So ZK Sync does not have that much, I think, ecosystem. It does have that much, but I don't think it has a TVL as high as Blast, and it has market cap over 593 million. And I think the Blast could easily end up hitting at least Starknet's market cap, because Starknet ecosystem is not that big as our Blast, and of course Starknet does not have that much TVL. So I think the Blast could actually end up pumping, and if it does get launches on Binance, I think the Blast will most probably take off. But I think we'll probably see a sellout, and I think we will most likely see a small sellout because there will be a lot of sellers who actually got the token. There will be a lot of users who got the token, and as of now they are exiting Blast ecosystem. As you can see, we have seen the decline in the TVL. I think that is a big signal that we have a lot of users actually leaving their ecosystem as of now, and I think that will end up being a small sell pressure in the Blast coin. And I think I'm looking at 1.5 cent or even 1.8 could be a pretty good entry for this coin. That's a possibility. Or we do have pretty good if you are in hurry and you want to enter as of now, I think we do have a support around 2.3 cents, so that is something you have to keep that in mind. So beside that, this is there some of the, let's just see what is happening on their Twitter before we close this video. So okay, so let's see, we don't have anything going on, so we just have different listings, I think. Okay, so is this a Chinese or something like that? Anyways, I think this is it. I have covered what I could, and if I did miss anything, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. And I think I will close this video as of now. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more analysis, so please like and subscribe. Thank you.